Hello, beautiful people. Like, share, and subscribe. So I want to do this important video, and I want to ask a question. So the question is, why do Nigerian leaders look sick before entering office? Then automatically they look healthy after leaving office or while in office. And in this video, I'm going to use Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of Nigeria, as a case study. There was a previous case study, which is Muhammad Buhari, which I would say is the worst president ever in Nigeria, who totally destroyed the country. Before this president called Tinubu have cemented, continued from where Buhari has stopped. But I want to ask this important question because I think it's very paramount that we as Nigerians and as Africans should really look deep as to why these people look sick before entering. Then all of a sudden look healthy while in office and look fantastically healthy when they leave. Now I want to compare these people with Obama in America when Obama was president. You could see Obama before he became president, he clearly had black hair. But when he was leaving office, you could see his hair became white. But that's not the case of Nigerian leaders. In fact, Nigerian leaders is even different. That if a Nigerian leader, his hair used to be white, when he enters office, white means the person is aging and stressed. When he's leaving office, his hair will become black. Now, let me explain this thing to you. For me, the answer is very simple. Many of these Nigerian leaders, they don't crack head, they don't crack their brains to bring out solutions. It's just like, let me give you an example. Nigeria is a very funny country. There's a bridge in Lagos called Otedola Bridge. I don't know whether it's a bridge or a flyover. That bridge, every time there's always been accidents happening there. Every time since my adulthood, since I've become aware of the internet, that Otedola Bridge, if you do a case study in that Lagos, it has taken a lot of life. But none of them have said, oh, let us even see what is even causing this thing. Do we need to remove that flyover, whatever bridge, or do we need to put more traffic officers there, or do we need to ban big trucks from coming there at certain times of the day? None of them have ever cracked their head to see how they will stop it. Nigeria is a kind of country where something will continually happening. Even it can start happening from when you're small, and they will not even try to change it. Now, let's even talk about the case of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, before entering office, you could see he was basically limping. And you could see he was basically frail. That was even one of the more reasons why many of us said he is not fit to become president. But immediately he became president after like 2 weeks. But all of a sudden he stopped limping. So in my mind, I'm thinking, was this man acting this limping thing he was doing? Some people said he had surgery on his knee, or was he doing it? Because sometimes every publicity is good publicity, whether good or bad. Was he doing it to become more popular? Now look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I was watching a video of him. The man now looks very plump. Yes, I know that presidents have good access to healthcare, all which shamefully Nigerian leaders run abroad to go and have healthcare. This Bola Ahmed Tinubu's own is France, while Buhari's own was London. And it never occurs to them that they should build a hospital. All the money Tinubu has been saving from subsidy is enough to build a world class. Let's even say we are even saying a world class that is accessible to everybody. I'm talking of a big hospital with a lot of capacity for doctors, resident doctors. I'm talking of world class architecture, not those rubbish we always do in Nigeria. You build buildings in the same shape, everything is looking so ugly. You don't put water collector, no greenery. The interlocking is always this plain interlocking. I don't know which kind, because people don't know what is aesthetics, and the money is there. Look at Wiki. I'm gonna digress a bit. Look at Wiki. Wants to use 39 billion to renovate whatever rubbish conference, whatever center. So this is the question I'm asking. So I've given you the answer. Compare them with Obama. Compare them with other world leaders. How can me and my friend, who are not politicians, stay and be cracking our head because we want Nigeria to be good? I've mentioned solutions in this my channel. I've mentioned that these are things that can work. Let's even assume it doesn't even work. Let them do a pilot scheme. You know what a pilot scheme is? Try it out in a scale, in a small, large scale, in one of the regions. And I've mentioned anything you do in Nigeria, do it in region. Look at Nigeria more in a regional aspect. You'll be telling people you've done in geopolitical aspects. Already has 6 geopolitical zones. Or maybe you can even try it in FCT. Use FCT as one of the centers to do your primary test. Is it for poultry? Is it for food, cost in price, food reduction? Is it for making sure that Nigerians have access to vegetables? Why should me and my friend, who is not politicians, be cracking head for Nigeria? And you that you say you want to go into power, you'll be dreaming of being president. You go there, you're not even making effort to solve the problem. Look at this farmer headers clash since I was born. None of them have looked for a holistic way. Is it to give carrot and stick approach? Is it to arrest all the headers at once? Look at this Biafran thing. None of them have put their head and said, okay, let us even solve this thing once and for all. Because what many people don't realize is that one area of Nigeria is having issues, it affects the whole country. When foreigners open a newspaper, they will not see, oh, northeast or southeast. They don't know. They will think the whole country is burning. When people read about Boko Haram, they will think that Boko Haram is everywhere. When people see crime happening in Nigeria, they don't know that crime in the city center, cities or towns in Nigeria are reduced compared to the fringes. Most of the crime happen in the fringes. When you're traveling in the bush, it also have most of the crime in Nigeria hardly happens in the town or the cities. But these Nigerian leaders, I don't think they stay one day and say, okay, let us even see, stay overnight. How can me, that is a normal person, I will be thinking, okay, how can we improve Nigerian sports? Recently, South Africans have been bantering Nigeria that we always use a lot of foreign trainers, which is very true. And it doesn't make sense in a way. We are supposed to use, okay, what are you, if you're using all your players as foreign, using all your footballers as from foreign leagues, what are you telling the players from the local leagues? You're indirectly telling them that they are not good enough. Why not look for a way to make it half-half? Do you understand what I'm saying? To promote your league. I don't think it makes sense to carry all the players. You can say half-half. Look for the quality ones in the local and look for the quality ones in the foreign. That makes them. How can me and my friend, who are not politicians, be cracking on how to make Nigerian sports better? I've mentioned it severally that we don't need. I'm not saying that stadiums are not important, but based on how there is no money. The country is basically poor country. Many of you don't understand. The budget. Let me tell you, the budget of Nigeria with 200 million population is about $35 billion. Why South Africa, which is just 50 million, has a budget of 100 plus billion? Does he even just look at it and tomorrow you come and say Nigeria is a rich country? So the small money they save into subsidy, instead of this man to put it in capital project because they are not cracking head, is sharing it to the governors who will squander it, and the EFCC is not effective. So how do you expect proper governance? There's a link. There's a proper link. So why did it? I've mentioned it. Compare them to Obama. Compare them to the other leaders. I'm not saying yes, genes work out that you can look. Some people look, no matter the stress, they only look normal. But Nigerian leaders, look at the trend from, especially from Buhari to this thing, and look at all our governors. They just enter. Many of them look healthier. There's something wrong. I'm telling you. Once you see them looking far better, that means they are not working. They are sleeping. They said Buhari during his time was already reading cartoon. There was Tinubu eat amala and what is the name of this? Ferrero and sleep. Because the problems of Nigeria are just too much. I'm telling you, you need somebody that is young and agile to start from somewhere. That's why sometimes I still say, sometimes even though I support P2B, I would say, okay, I wish P2B can say, okay, I'm not contesting again, let me support Shore. You understand? It's just that sometimes Shore's approach towards this thing is not being tactical. We have said combine with Obi. If Obi doesn't win in the future, I'm telling you, a lot of people will come out for you, but he's not going the real approach because nobody has come out to say that Obi has stolen the state money. So that's why I also feel that Obi is also a good candidate. Even though I will not give Obi, like I always said, I will not give any Nigerian leader so far, like since I was born. I can't give them 50%, or both governor and president. I know that the work is difficult, but you can clearly see that many of them are not trying to cut down costs. Many of them are not trying to, gentrify. I don't know whether that's the right word. Bring their towns to be superb or something. Agriculture. Many of the governors are not doing agriculture, even in this midst of food scarcity. Herdsmen killing, and they are not being proactive. Many of them, herdsmen will come and kill your own people. What does it cost you to put vigilantes, put them in the bush there 24 hours, day and night? How much do you think it will pay them? Those presence of people wielding guns, it will prevent those people from coming. You don't need to wait for federal. Sometimes you need to take action as a leader. You don't allow things to be happening 2 times, 3 times. So if me and my friend who doesn't have money is thinking about how to be in Nigerian country and the thing is giving us stress, why is it that these people in power that are supposed to do the right thing, they always look sick entering and come out looking very refreshed? Yes, you will say they have the best healthcare. What of Obama? There are many world leaders, you see them, they look healthier when they enter. When they are coming out, the place stresses them out. I'm not saying that Obama was a fantastic person, but I'm telling you, the place is supposed to stress you because the problems are enormous. Even with America, with all the infrastructure, the thing stressed Obama. I'm not mentioning Obama, only Obama, many others. This I'm telling you, you can't do your comparative analysis. The place is supposed to, because the problem. Imagine if a developed country is stressing them, then it's not third world country. People come out looking so refreshed. They don't, because they never solve any problem. Look at all the sectors in Nigeria. If the president was really working, one sector would have really stood out. None. I'm telling you, basically none. They are just still at the same level it was since we were born. Nothing drastic. Look at Singapore. When you was the father of Singapore, when he was in power, from slum, he transformed Singapore to what it is now. Some of you would think Singapore has always been like, no. It used to be swamp. Look at it today. A place where people envy. And the man, inspired a lot of young people now. They are trying to make the cities better. I'm saying you must think out of the box. Like in this channel, I've mentioned it that, okay, we don't need stadiums. Why not build sports centers? You have only 3 sports. Get coaches from all your local governments. Pay them. How much? 150, 200. You understand? Create local leagues. For senior, you pay. There's prize money. For junior, there's no money. Europe or our leagues is the aim. Get scouts. If they need organization, especially for sports, I can do that. I didn't go to any sports schools. And it will work. It will work. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? Why do you think they look? Because I might not know all the reasons why. Why do you think they look healthier? Don't tell me it's access to healthcare. Obama didn't have access to healthcare. Look at Buhari. Buhari was looking sickly. Now, boom, he's looking like he will even live 1,000 years to come.